guys, today is my 4-year booktube anniversary, which is crazy because I feel like it was just a lot more recently that I sat down and filmed that very awkward first video. I cannot go back and watch my old videos. They're still up if you want to though. Today I'm going to be doing like a booktube anniversary tag. I think I did this for the first time 2 years ago. Gloria did it first. She combined, or to my knowledge, she combined 2 different booktube anniversary tags and answered those questions. So I did that 2 years ago and I'm back today to do it again. So there are, how many questions? 10 questions. And I am gonna answer them. If you want to see my answers from 2 years ago, I can leave that video linked and you can see how things have changed over the last 2 years. Question number 1, how have you changed from your first video to now? And I'm assuming my answer was quite similar in that video 2 years ago, because I would definitely say confidence. And I don't mean this in a like selfish way, but I think that filming myself has made me more aware of my imperfections and also just made me kind of get over them and therefore have just more confidence with who I am. It seems weird, but this actually has helped in my like regular everyday life as well. So thank you to BookTube. The other thing I would say as far as like books go and my reading, being on BookTube, discussing books, watching a bunch of BookTube has really helped me hone in to the types of books that I like. Not that this can't change. I definitely have seasons where like I preferred one genre over another, or I'm like diving into a new to me genre, like one that I haven't loved before. Like right now I feel like I'm in my fantasy and classics phase, but it's helped me to realize I don't have to read every book that's popular. I did that for a few years. I'd only heard of books because they were popular, so I read them, but I never really loved my reading during that stage. And now I feel like I know which books I can just easily bypass because they're not for me, and then therefore pick up books that I like and therefore enjoy my reading more. Question number 2, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? What video are you most proud of and why? So it's the same kind of question. Okay, so I was thinking about this and I recently just shared the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge announcement, and I'm proud of that video because that challenge took a lot more work trying to partner up and kind of put Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Lucy Maud Montgomery kind of against each other and think of prompts that kind of related sometimes but also were opposite other times. So that's one of my favorites. Another favorite to me, because it was an original idea, was my DIY literature degree, or at least I came up with it myself. It's not like I saw someone else do it and then I wanted to do it. And so I love that video because it's helping me to dive into literature a little bit more, and it felt kind of unique. And then I recently shared my thrifting book bingo. That was just a fun video to film. I want to do it again. It was fun to film with my daughter. Got a lot of comments about our interactions and relationship and stuff, and it's just kind of like a time in life when I want to document. So I want to take her along for more videos. And I'm going to give a 4th one because this isn't really a specific video, but in the last few months, especially I would say like September, October, I can't remember if it was November as well, I really liked the reading vlogs that I was doing. December, they've just been a little bit more rushed feeling because of Vlogmas, but I really enjoyed filming those and editing them. So those are some of my favorites, and all the stuff I'm talking about I'll leave linked below. Number 3 is, what is your most popular video? So funnily enough, my most popular video on my channel continues to be my favorite Christian fiction books, the original one that I posted in 2020. I redo this video every year sharing my favorite Christian fiction books from the past year, and I was looking through my list of most popular videos trying to find one from 2023, and sure enough, my Christian fiction favorites from 2023, that video I just did in July I think, is the most popular video that I've shared here this year. So apparently Christian fiction books. That's a popular theme here. Number 4, what have you struggled with on BookTube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? / what's the hardest thing about creating videos for YouTube? I don't know, I can't remember if this has been a theme through every year, but definitely this last year, I just lost all creativity and inspiration in the summer. And when I look back on my years, I know my creativity boosts in the fall and the winter, but I've never noticed it like actually decrease in the summer, but it must. And so it can be hard to film when you're not feeling creative and motivated. So I did end up taking a like month-long break because of that. So I would say that was part of it. And then I also like this year noticed less growth than other years. And BookTube is not just about the numbers for sure, but I am a person that loves setting goals and I love seeing growth. And it can be hard when you've been doing this for a number of years and then you have like the slowest year yet. So I think that was hard on me. Number 5, have you had to deal with negative feedback or comments? How do you handle it? A little bit, like nothing too major. I just delete comments if I don't like them. I figure they're in my space. I can do what I want with them. Mostly some people will just comment that like maybe I talk too fast or other things that don't really matter. So either I ignore them or I just delete them. For the most part though, BookTube is very encouraging and like 99.9% of the comments are great. And then you just get these random ones that don't need to be there. What's the best book you've read in this past year? Okay, so I had to look through my Goodreads because I wasn't sure what to pick for this. So I decided to go with fiction because that's what I normally talk about on my channel. Although I've read lots of good nonfiction as well. I will be doing a video in January sharing my favorite, like all of my favorite books of the year, but for this one I decided to go with The Outsiders because it's a classic that I knew everybody loved, but it really shocked me with how much I loved it. So that'll be my pick for that. Although when I share my favorites from the year, other books might kind of bump this out of its place, but I feel like this is the answer for this question. 7, where do you see your channel in a year's time and what do you hope to have achieved? Yeah, okay, so I talked about this a little bit in my goals video yesterday, that I feel like 2024 is kind of like the make it or break it year for my channel in regards to either this will just become a fun hobby, which is great. I have had so much fun with this and I don't plan on stopping, or it could possibly become something more. And because we are moving next year and planting a church and doing lots of things that will be costing a lot of money, I would love for it to become something more. So I would love to see some major growth, but even if I don't, I'm still gonna be here. Number 8, what was an unexpected surprise of being on YouTube? Okay, well I already did talk about the confidence, so that was something I didn't even think about when I started. I've also been surprised at how much of a creative outlet it has been, especially the vlogs or when I take time to make an intro to the videos that's a little bit more aesthetic and creative. And I've loved having this space for that and a place to show the beauty that I find around me, the beauty that God has put in my life. And so I really was surprised by that and appreciate it. And then also just all the friendships. There are so many people that come back and comment in video after video, and it amazes me how many of you keep coming back, because I just see myself as such a flawed person that sometimes I'm not even sure I would be friends with. So I really appreciate you guys all so very much. Number 9 is thoughts on equipment. What has been the most useful piece of equipment you've bought, etc.? Like, equipment isn't necessary. There are some big booktubers that just, you know, do it via their phone. That's totally fine. I personally love my camera, lens, and microphone combination that I have. The first few months I just used my phone to film, and then I got a microphone, then I got a camera, then I upgraded my lens, and I've had this setup that I have now for years and I really like it, especially when it comes to B-roll and different creative things. I like that. Plus Jared bought me a drone, so there's like little drone clips now at the beginning of my Vlogmas video. I just need to figure out how to use it more and not be scared that I'm going to crash it. And then there will be more of that. Totally not necessary, but it's a fun addition. Number 10 is, what advice would you give someone thinking of starting YouTube? Well, I mean, just do it is definitely one. I did film a couple videos exclusively for Patreon about BookTube, sharing like the top 10 videos I would start with if you were starting a BookTube channel and answering some Q&A and stuff like that. But if I had to give my like top piece of advice, it would be just to be authentic. Admit you have like make mistakes and are a flawed human. No one wants to be watching just perfection, but then also just totally be yourself. Be as transparent and honest and authentic as you can. And then I think that's what people appreciate. Okay, so that is all for this tag. Originally I was gonna do this tag plus a Q&A, but I got quite a few questions, so I think that will be tomorrow's video. I will go through and I will answer all your bookish and some non-bookish questions. So I will be back again tomorrow with another video.